godly hope.
Investing in herself to
Yes.
be that kind of
Okay,
wife.
so one thing is about prayer. Prayer. So while I was waiting on God, I wasn't just idle. Just like the 10 virgins that were waiting for their bridegroom. 5 were being wise, 5 were being foolish. Foolish how? They were not adding value to themselves. No, they are saying that we are waiting for our bridegroom. You might not know when the bridegroom is coming, but they were not doing anything. There were 5 that were just sitting down. Oh, okay, we are just waiting for the bridegroom till he comes. The other 5 decided that no, we'll get extra oil. We are adding up. So for me, I prayed, and in prayer, that was where God gave me some of the things He wanted my husband and I to do. So it was through prayer that I knew the kind of man that God was bringing my way, that we are going to do kingdom works. And then through prayer, I discovered even about myself. I started praying for my husband as well. But I didn't even know that we knew that we have to be praying into our marriages and all. But we were just centered focus. I'm praying for my marriage. I'm praying for my marriage. But I realized that I got to a point I have to pray for him. What was he even doing at that point in time? Probably it could be that maybe some of the prayers I was praying, that was where the distraction came for him, that he just got to the realization that no, why is God leading me to this point? So we have to really pray, and then we have to also surround ourselves with godly people, because the kind of people I had around me could actually affect my altitude in life. So if I maybe had people around me that were just people that maybe they don't aspire higher, people that don't believe in maybe marriages and all, I would have been, okay, let me just be there. I mean, what's life? Let's just be there, enjoy life and all. But the people I had around me were people that inspired me, people that encouraged me. And most of my friends, some were my age mates, we used to pray. I had back then, I just remembered, back then I had some friends, female friends that were praying together, praying for our lives, our marriages. Like, we just used to have this midnight prayers, maybe around like 12 to like 1. And it's just one person that I remember, she's not married now, but Joyce and all the others, they are married. We were just praying. And we were just encouraging ourselves, because at times it can become tough. Like, I mean, waiting when you don't know when that waiting will end. It is very tough. But when you have godly people around you, people that you all believe in the same thing, it makes the journey quite easier. And another thing, as I said, I read a lot. That was when I started following Kingsley Okonkwo. I discovered a lot, Esther Muni and all the others. I discovered most of them around that time, who really helped my journey. So I was reading, following people, listening. Functional home. As in, my parents' marriage were not something that really inspired me. So I was like, no, I don't want that kind of marriage. I want a kind of marriage that will be different, not something. And then one prayer I remember back then, when after my husband has come, we used to make some declarations that we want our marriage to be a model marriage, not just any marriage, but a marriage that will bless lives. So that was what some of the things I was doing. And I mean, I attended programs, but though the waiting season was very difficult, one thing that God helped me with, I wasn't desperate. In as much as it was difficult, I was never desperate. I was just trusting in God's perfect timing. I was just depending on Him. Certain things shouldn't come from these people. They are the people that will hit you the most. But in all this, that wasn't my focus. My focus was on the Lord. So at times when it becomes tough, I was like, God strengthen me. Because at times it's not so easy. Like waiting. It's never easy. And then I also volunteered a lot within that time. Going for programs, assisting with this. So at church, I was all over. Like, let's do this, I'm going, let's follow here. Because, I mean, if I'm not using my time for, at times, idleness can be a way that will just take you into some state of depression, because you are not doing anything, so you are just there. Since you are just there, then you are not doing a lot of thoughts will be running through your mind, and it was really all around, invested. Like, we were going for, I think back then we were doing a project in the village, give people of Kimpo water, and we were just all around. And in all this, God can be trusted. That's one thing I would say. God can be trusted. So as we are just waiting on God, we should just do what waiters do, as we say. We should keep serving. And then in His own time, He will make all things beautiful.